Something strange is going on at One Bills Drive, and it seems like this saga is never going to end. We got another update, so let's talk about it all right here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bills Digest. I'm your host, Anthony Senicar, and it is off-season time, so you know what that means. Training camp is right around the corner. OTAs just kicked off, and there's tons of Bills news to come all summer. There's only one issue. 72% of you guys who are watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. Subscribe, join the army here at Bills Digest. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and every little bit helps. And we got you guys covered all off season from now until kickoff of September for when that Bills season starts. So stay in touch here at Bills Digest for all your latest Bills news. And like I said, guys, something strange is going on at One Bills Drive. It seems like we're not getting told the right information. What we were told earlier off season seems to not be what is happening. And what I am talking about is that of James Cook. We have another update in the James Cook saga. The OTAs have begun for the Buffalo Bills, and running back James Cook was not present according to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. Again, like we all know, Jimbo is currently looking for a new contract, and it remains to be unseen what his stance fully is. Earlier this offseason, he said in the nightcap with Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson that he was not going to hold out, that he was going to come and play and not be the guy. He is not a guy who wants to cause a circus, but his stance right now and what he is doing right now tells a different story. Going back to the very beginning, he wants to get paid. He is in his final year of his rookie contract, and he is demanding $15 to $20 million. He is demanding that top-tier running back range. So again, it is very weary and foggy what the future looks like for James Cook. Sean McDermott, speaking to the media, sounded a lot more optimistic than what we are thinking right now. He said, "We're staying in touch with James. James will be here when he is ready to be here and will move forward." Now, keeping in mind, it is voluntary work or voluntary OTAs. It is not getting into the range where he's going to start getting fined and causing very much big cause for concern. But still, him not being here is very eye-opening. It seems like the reports were coming out that literally everybody but Jimbo was at these OTAs. So it is a bit eye-opening. The guy wants to get off the season on a good foot. Brandon Beane has been in contract negotiations with him for what seems like a while, based off of the earlier tweets with Dalvin, his brother, and Jimbo acting all offseason. What happened? Well, Brandon Beane gave contract extensions to literally everybody else of this new young core. Greg Rousseau, Josh Allen, he gave a payday to, Christian Benford, Terrell Bernard, and the list keeps on going. Khalil Shakir, the list just keeps on going. All these guys have one common thing. They kept negotiations within the building. They didn't go out and go demand more money. Jimbo went out of the building, and we see where we are at. Now, I don't think this is an overall cause for concern. I think it's a bit eye-opening, but I think it being voluntary is not as big of a story as some other people are saying on social media. The social media is kind of back and forth. People are saying yes, people are saying no. This was a very interesting take. Bills star running back James Cook is not attending OTAs as he seeks a new deal. And Buffalo fans are downplaying this too much. Behind Josh Allen, I had James Cook as the second most valuable player on the Bills last season. Ray Davis is good, but you want to have both. You don't want to end up in a spot where Ray has to carry the load. Now, this is very interesting because again, Josh Allen is this whole offense. Jimbo did open up this offense a lot. Let's not forget, when Ken Dorsey got fired, Joe Brady shifted from these long developing plays, going for the deep ball all the time. He shifted from that mindset to that of hand the ball off to your running back and take the pressure off Josh Allen. And we saw a dramatic change in this offense. It went to a run-first team with the everybody eats mentality that everybody knows and loves this past season and going forward from what it seems like for as long as Joe Brady is the OC of this team. But Jimbo's numbers popped off a lot. He looked very, very good. He ended up finishing last season with 207 attempts, over 1,000 yards rushing, and 16 touchdowns. He was the quote-unquote bell cow of this team. But coming down to it, he wasn't fully a third down back like these other guys who are getting paid currently. He is more of a running back by committee, but where he just gets the full share. Ray Davis had a few good games last year. Ty Johnson had a few good games last year. Jimbo had multiple good games last year. But it's not the likes of a Saquon Barkley, a Josh Jacobs, a Derrick Henry, where they are the alpha dog in the running back room. Josh Jacobs got paid, but he's the alpha in that Green Bay running back room. Saquon got paid, but he is the alpha in that Philadelphia room. You don't go watch a Philadelphia game and say, oh, wow, Kenneth Gainwell had 100-yard rushings and a touchdown. Or you don't go to a Packers game and go see, I don't think it's A.J. Dillon anymore, but whoever their backup is, you don't say, hey, he went off. Or you don't go to Baltimore and say, well, we got Justice Hill, so let's go give him a few snaps. In Buffalo, Jimbo is a very good running back, but Ray Davis had a few good bright plays and bright games last season. When Jimbo was out against the Jets, Ray Davis had over 100 all-purpose yards and multiple touchdowns. Ty Johnson had himself multiple great games against the Rams and against Detroit. Jimbo had many great games, but again, he's still not what I would consider the alpha in that running back room. And I just don't think the money is fully there to be worth $15 million. Now listen, Jimbo goes out this season, goes get 1,500 yards rushing, another 15 touchdowns, like 300 yards, 400 yards receiving. Then, hey, you go get your money. You want to go get paid from another team. Or if Buffalo wants to come pay you, I got no problem with that. But the numbers are not matching the output. I think Jimbo right now is in that B+, A- tier where he wants that A+, A money right now. I think the gap is kind of in between, and that's why Jimbo is not signed to that contract currently. Now, going back to that previous point, the Bills have a history of finding replacements for running backs. It has been a rotating door of running backs. Let's not forget, this Josh Allen era started with Shady McCoy. Shady was on the back end of his career. The Bills drafted Devin Singletary, let him develop. Singletary was a starter for 2 years. What happens, they bring in James Cook. When Singletary's contract is about to come out, Motor walks away. Jimbo comes in as in the starter. What happens again? Jimbo's on the tail end of his rookie contract. The Bills draft Ray Davis. And we'll see where that story develops. Again, I think James Cook is the best running back the Bills have had since Prime Shady all these years before Josh. But I think in this current Brandon Beane, Sean McDermott, Josh Allen era, I think this is the best running back the Bills have had on paper. And just the eye test all around, Jimbo looks the part of a 3-down back. Let's not forget, coming out of Georgia, he was not the starter. So he has a lot more tread on the tires compared to a lot of these other running backs who has gotten big-time contracts. And it seems like the NFL is going from a don't pay the running backs, pay your receivers. It's coming back down to the medium where you don't got to give all these wide receivers that much money. The running backs are a big part of the offense. Look what just happened with the Philadelphia Eagles against the Kansas City Chiefs. Philadelphia went from a NFC East contender to Super Bowl champs by just that missing piece in that star running back. If Jimbo makes that next step, the world or the sky is the limit with this team. But right now, I don't think Jimbo is worth that $15 million price tag. And we will see where the saga continues. Again, it is voluntary camp, so he's not going to get fined. But if we start getting into mandatory OTAs, mandatory minicamps, and mandatory training camp, and Jimbo is not there, then we have to have a real conversation of what the Bills' next steps are moving forward. If they trade him, if they franchise, or if they just let him sit out, or where this goes. As always, guys, leave your thoughts below. What do you guys think is going to happen? Do you guys think Jimbo's going to take that or play this season? Do you guys think that he's going to sit out? Do you guys think he's worth the $15 million price tag? Leave your thoughts below. I love to hear from you guys. As always, guys, please subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers here at Bills Digest, so every little bit helps. And we got you guys covered all offseason for all your latest Bills news And like I always say, guys, go Bills.